Everything you perceive is internal to your true being. There is nothing external to you. And I really want you to contemplate this, to not just take my word for it, but actually try and look for any sign of an external reality to you. If you really do your best and you take this honestly to the bottom, then you will discover that you cannot find, there is no proof for an external reality. And then you might wonder, well, what is the added benefit to there being no external reality? Well, it means that there is no external reality from which you have to take your cues. If everything is internal, just like it sort of is in a dream, then you have the power to turn it into whatever you wish. And there's a natural intelligence within your X. And if you're new to IMX, your X is your truest, most authentic state of being, your truest state of presence. And it can sort of change in each moment. But there's an underlying soul signature to your being, like a blueprint. And the I am consciousness is what unifies all of this. There's only one existence, only one awareness, only one source. And so we can create our reality, not just as a vague concept, but as an experiential reality, just like how you experience in your dream. You might not be conscious that you are the one who's generating the dream, but everyone must have had a lucid dream in which you consciously direct your dream. And this life can also become a lucid dream. You can awaken. And it's much simpler than it might seem. But let's first get a proper taste of this, is by seeing if you can pinpoint right now in your consciousness where you believe in an external reality. You might perceive this video or this guy who is talking as something external, as an external reality communicating to your inner world. But just feel that sense for a moment of me being separate, being somewhere out there on the other side of the world in a different body, experiencing something else. And see if you can find that separation where you separate yourself from me. Because the clearer you can pinpoint this feeling of separation, the more easy it is to ignore it, to let it go, and see that what you remain with is just a field of consciousness, which nowhere you can find a line, okay, this is separate. Here I begin and here you begin. We can say, oh, here your idea of the world starts and here mine idea of the world starts. But all of that is still happening within the overarching field of consciousness, which is inseparable. And this is great news. Again, because there's no authority outside of you. You have the say over what reality you would like to experience. And that all starts with your state of being. Choosing where you want to come from. And then choosing that consistently, regardless if you get any results. That doesn't matter. You do not flinch. You do not doubt. What if you could only reference your X? What if you could only reference your vision, your heart's dream? Then you leave this dream no choice but to reflect that back to you. And instead of going on the tedious journey of manifesting all of these individual things, why not get the all-in-one package of the true intention for which you came here, which all of that is included in your acts, in your soul signature, in that highly fine-tuned state of presence, which is like a facet of the diamond, which can have different facets. Like in some moments it feels like bliss, other times it feels like peace, other times it feels like excitement. But you can just tune in right now. Whatever feels most exciting, whatever feels most truest, is at the moment your truest access point, like your truest pen or your truest, I'm just thinking of the English word that they use for like paintings with. It will come back to me. But just to keep it to the point, all that you require within this dream of consciousness is your X, your soul signature, being able to be aware of that, being able to recognize it, and then reference only that. Reference only your heart. Stop referencing all of the ideas of an external reality that you need to listen to. And it doesn't mean you become delusional. Within that frequency, there's a certain intelligence that knows when you're, for example, interacting with other people, how much, in a sense, power or how much reality to give to certain obstacles in your way. But the mind is not fit of navigating all of these obstacles. The only thing that's truly capable of this is that inner frequency, is that inner light with which you want to dictate your reality. Paint. I think the word that I was looking for before was brush. Your X is your truest brush stroke in each moment. And if you can just keep the brush strokes going, even if you're not totally perfect yet, you can always start over again. Every moment you can reset and brush, paint something new. But I really want you to get this so it doesn't go over your head, that there is no external reality. All of this is one. And within this oneness, you want to act from integrity, from honor, and paint only that which you wish to see, which, if I'm guessing correctly, is something along the lines of abundance, love, light, bliss, joy, freedom. Any of these frequencies, they are true to who you really are. And so the more you paint and stay true and listen only, refer only to your inner reality, the more you ignore all of these man-made ideas that do not feel good, that do not resonate, that do not align with your X. And when they do not align with your X, it's a clear knowing that it's not relevant, it's not important, only if it resonates for you, if it feels true. And do not be afraid to investigate those things that are untrue, to bring the light, to go into those shadows, into those lack beliefs, to investigate them. Investigate them, because the only thing that you could ever truly find out is that they're not true. As long as it doesn't feel good, relieving, holistic, powerful, then it's just not true. So, be true. Right now, just take a moment to be aware of all the frequencies, the ideas, the beliefs that also translate to frequencies and vibration. How many of them are really true? How many of the thoughts that you have thought today were aligned with your X, actually resonated on a deep level where you felt like, yes, just clicks in? And how many thoughts were not truly in alignment? And without judging that, just paint over it. Paint only with the ideas of this is good, this is holy, this is perfect. This is how you manifest the greatest reality in the shortest amount of time. Because instead of focusing on specific things, you just take the whole bunch and you're just focused on what feels the truest, the most aligned, the most perfect for you as an expression of this oneness, as an expression of this creation. So if you want to manifest your greatest dreams, your most exciting dreams, your wildest dreams, anything beyond you could ever imagine, you will need to have a state of being, an inner state of being that matches that state. So instead of looking outward in an external world that is not real to begin with, you go inward, you match that vibration within yourself, you become more attuned and more aligned to that inner signal of your X, and you stay loyal to that, you stay faithful, you stay true to that. Until that is all that you know, until that is all that you see, the only thing you know, the only thing you say, speak, express, play, is your IMX. And this is, in a sense, the end game, but also the only game within IMX, is to make sure that you play how you want to play this game. But but we've just picked up so many uninteresting games of society, like trying to look nice or trying to look cool or making enough money. But then the game is like you have made enough money by 65, but then you're fucking old and tired and you cannot do shit anymore and you're going with retirement. And this is generalization. This might not be the case for everyone. But my whole point with this is to choose a game that you want to play. Choose your own game. Choose your own way and trust that if it feels good, if it feels in resonance, then trust that it's backed up by the universe, because that is the universe's way of showing you what is truly aligned. What feels good, what feels free, what feels relieving. What just feels like authentically you, without any effort, without any performance, without any doubt, just naturally, truly being you. That's the most powerful thing that you can do to manifest your highest reality. And that's why we're here with IMX, to bring to you the greatest reality that is possible for you. And if you wish to go on this journey, then consciously identify what is the frequency, what is the state of being, and really get familiar with it. Like learn to taste it. Like, okay, when in my life did I truly feel authentically me? And then start to combine those frequencies, those essences, until you're aware of like a one combined essence state of being that you can devote yourself to, that feels more true than anything. It's like your lighthouse, it's like your North Star. And then refer to only that. It's the most powerful way to manifest, because it's the most powerful frequency vibration that you hold, and that automatically equals the greatest reality. Even if you might not have no idea of what that looks like, that is good, because your idea of what your dream life looks like is actually a limitation. You have no clue how good it can get for you. But if you can let go of all of those ideas, can be humble enough and just trust that which all the good things, all the bright moments in your life have come from this excitement, this alignment. Again, this inner state, highly fine-tuned state of love and light, this diamond essence that has many different facets. But it is your X, it is your soul, it is your calling, it is your blueprint. And I wish for you to stay true to that and to play only that game. So listen up. If you truly want to do this, then the only way you're going to manifest this reality is if you're all in on it. If you do not doubt it, if you give yourself completely to it. You have to be completely devoted to it, because as long as there's a little bit of doubt, I'm not too sure, I'm not sure if I can do this, then that will still keep you stuck in the old reality. And don't judge that. That's fine. Just bring more and more your light, your faith, your trust. Learn to trust it more and more. Recall more and more times like, oh, this is actually, every time that I follow this hunch, every time I listen to this purity, magic, synchronicity happens in my life. And just use that to build a case for your own IMX nature, to be confident in your own authenticity, because that is where all the magic and miracles are produced from that sweet spot of alignment, of being true to who you really are. And then the world is at your feet, quite literally, because you're standing at the source, you're standing as the creator, once again as the creator of the dream. And then you rule your reality with care, with devotion, with precision. And by doing so, you become a beacon for others to remember, hey, fuck, I also got the controller. I can also play this game the way that I want. I can also share my song that I want to share. I don't have to be an unconscious victim to these patterns that I picked up. So you see, it's really simple. All you have to do is only listen, only adhere to your own resonance, to your own state of being. This is the game of becoming attentive, awake enough, and discerning enough, disciplined enough to see what is actually true, and then listen, focus, Align yourself with only that. And then again, reality has no choice but to reflect you. And this is a playful process. Yes, it takes some practice, takes some fine-tuning, and you will discover new layers of beliefs that you don't believe in yourself, and I don't think I can do it. But then again, you come back. You don't give up on your dream. You don't give up on your own intention. Otherwise, you become just like those people, and I've learned so much from this, that are on their deathbed and their number one regret is not having lived a life true to themselves, not having taken those risks and just listened to their own heart. So let's learn from that. Let's see that that's actually the only fulfilling thing that we can do in this life, no matter how it looks like, no matter what other people think. And be honest, be sincere with yourself, because even our idea of what we're here supposed to do might be heavily colored and limited. So always come back to being okay with not knowing, to being humble, to being open, to being receptive each moment, so that you can listen what resonates now. It's just like a breadcrumb trail, and it's non-linear, so it can go all over the place, and you're like, I'm not going anywhere. But that is where you learn to have faith and trust in your own true self. This is really what I want you to get. This is all you and you. It's about learning to have faith in you, not playing, in a sense, my game, playing your game. Living your wildest dreams, touching the sky, defying all odds, being true, being in integrity, not taking no for an answer because you know that you are the creator. So welcome to the game. Let this game be clear to you. All you have to do is stay true. Stay true to what is actually true on a vibrational level for you, and what is true on a more absolute level. On an absolute level being, I am always true no matter what. You're always aware, you cannot deny it, you always exist. This existence is all that there is. Within this existence, you have like a GPS, which lets you know through resonance what vibrationally feels true in the moment right now, and then you just act on that. You just stay present and you just act on that, 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 until you have followed those breadcrumbs so often that you have, in a sense, become the breadcrumb. You have become IMX. And then you will know the joy, the celebration, the gratitude, the ecstasy that there is in living your calling, in living your purpose, in being you. Stay true, my friend. You got this. Any questions, drop them down in the comments. I'm here to help you find your game. So if you're not sure, if you have any doubts, I'm offering free one-on-one calls to help you lock in this game. If you're hesitating, just do it. Just meet up and care about your own spark, care about your own life, care about your own game, to make sure that it's crystal clear, that you know what you're staying true to, that you know what you're devoted to, and that you can feel confident that you are manifesting your truest life. That's it, my friend. I'll see you soon.